All right, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to New York session. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so this is the dollar index, and today I think we formed a high during the London session, hence I'm looking for higher prices. As a matter of fact, I think you might see we might see the euro going up this New York session. All right, so if we look at euro, we might see euro going up. So as we are right now, this might be a potential trade to trade back to this candle's low. Right here. Okay, because I think dollar index is gonna come somewhere here. Okay, so that comes in at 99.02. We might continue going further down, but that is what I will expect. And if anything is gonna change what I'm expecting, that will be if we break above this up candle. So if we go above this up candle, then what I'm expecting is not going to be fulfilled today. So that would be where you might look for a change or a shift in what I'm expecting. All right. Pound can also go up, but I think as it stands, both can do the same thing, but euro looks more favorable because euro took out previous day's low. Pound did not take out previous day's low, so I think euro looks more favorable. We took our previous day's low and then rejected, so yeah. Aussie has screamed higher. I think it did not come to the actual level that I was expecting. However, the Aussie CAD did reverse from the level I gave yesterday. I actually got something off from this one. I think I bought it yesterday during the New York session. Yeah, I bought it after this rally happened and then pulled back. So I'm in a buy to go and attack this equal high. I didn't buy the Aussie CAD for personal reasons. I was already looking for the I think EuroCAD. I was looking for EuroCAD to go and attack these lows. Hence, it does in a way conflict with what I was expecting. Because if I'm expecting EuroCAD to go down here, that is a CAD pair, and Aussie CAD looking for higher prices will conflict with the idea. Hence, I did not end up buying the Aussie CAD. New Zealand CAD is also waiting currently. That will probably expand maybe today. So watch out for New Zealand CAD as well. Potential expansion to the upside. New Zealand dollar also did not come to that level. Reacted off from the 618 level. It's not expanded in the way I would have expected it yet. So it's still subject to giving us a big move leaving a fair value gap. As it stands, we don't have anything like that. So I'll say patience, but the Aussie pairs are giving ideas. Let me see. Yep. We might probably not formed yet, but we might probably form something like that in here. However, wait for the New York session, which is the 2 p.m. And when it's 2 p.m., you can look for a trade idea. Okay, when it's 2 p.m., you can look for a trade idea, especially with the euro and then the pound, right? If you wait for 2 p.m., you might move aggressively during that time. Okay. So that's that for the currencies. Another pair to keep an eye on is the dollar yen. I'm expecting it to reverse and continue going down to attack this low, because on a weekly we need to attack a previous week low. We took out this previous week high, rejected, so we need this low to be taken. So I expect a continuation to the downside on the if we get a rejection. Okay, we've not got a rejection yet. I think probably might not happen today. It might happen tomorrow, somewhere around here. Yeah, I think that's right here. And that's where they might reverse from. So keep an eye on dollar yen. We might get a reversal up in here. Let's look at gold. So with gold, I think overnight I saw this price action, but the time of the day was not good. Hence, we want it to happen during this either London session or New York session. London was not able to trade above it. So let's see if this New York can, because yesterday they rejected nicely off from the gap. So let's see if they can move price higher from here. Same thing with crude oil. Yesterday they couldn't go above this properly, just went slightly above it and rejected. So we still have some room to go up here. So expect crude oil to go for this equal high and then trade to the 64.23 level. I think ES has gone way beyond what I was expecting. Now that leaves a question to what is going to happen during this New York session. Are they going to run this and reject, or are they going to run it and continue going higher? Because last week rejected nicely, and then I was expecting this week to last week rejected the previous week high, so I was expecting them to go in and attack previous week low, but it looks like they're going to go up again. Hence, the price might dip back into the gap maybe today one more time, and from the daily perspective, that is looking so far so good with all up candles. So we might expect a reversal up in here, especially with the RSI diverging. So once they go above previous week high, we can anticipate a quick sudden rejection from that high. All right. Okay, so that's that. Let's go on to the cryptos, but before we do, there is news event in the next 50 seconds. It's high impact in nature. It's the ADP employment change, ADP non-farm employment change, and it's within the next 30 seconds. So let's wait and see how that will affect the market right now, and then we will continue on after that. Okay, so in 20 seconds we will see what happens, and then we continue. Okay, so it's just 2 minutes past, and now it's not bad move. You can see they moved towards that level, and euro started pushing up. So yeah, that's how it's done. So we move on. British pound is also moving. Aussie is moving nicely. Okay. Yeah, now let's move on to the crypto market. Oops. Okay, so here we are. Let's start with Bitcoin, because that's going to be our framework, where we're expecting price to give us something on here before we do anything on the other pairs. So far we've not moved, right? So on the daily, price is still kind of rejecting where we talked about yesterday. Today price is gonna take our previous day's low and then extend probably to go down here. All right, so expect that continuation. And with that, this is gonna do the same thing. So Solana is gonna go for the 149.95 level. Ethereum, that will also reject to come back down. So don't buy in for that movement to the upside. I think this is manipulation. They probably might take out the previous day's high before rejecting. So watch the 2654.80 level. Watch that, because price might take that one out and then reject. Hype, same thing with hype. I think it might, not might, it should come back down. Yesterday had a nice rejection with this type of candle, so watch today's candle. It's likely gonna either take out this high and then reject, or it's just gonna drop. So watch. If we drop, then that's it. We're gonna continue coming down for this level. If it closes above the down candle here, then maybe it can go all the way up to take out that weekly. But then do we continue or do we come back down? It depends on how we trade above that high. But as it stands, based on yesterday's candle, I think it's showing signs that it wants to come down here. So look for a rejection to go down. XRP, same thing. Regardless, I still think they will be coming down. I think Bitcoin has not shown any aggressive move to the downside yet. If it does shows the aggressive move, then probably we might get that in terms of XRP resuming to come back down for this low. But from the monthly perspective, as I said, they took out the previous month high, so price is likely gonna take out the previous month low. Okay, so that's the logic behind why I'm expecting lower prices. Chachki, I think that will also potentially come for this low one more time, so look out for that. 0.40 and 1118, that will be the draw. And then once we take it out, then we see what price is going to do from there. Okay, then AI16Z, as I mentioned, it's likely going to come back for this low first before we go up. So all eyes on Bitcoin. Until Bitcoin does what I'm expecting, we need to sit tight and wait for that to give us the confirmation before we actually look for the buy. So I'm in favor for selling all the cryptos short-term basis, excluding AI16Z, because that one is a long-term project, so we are not looking to take a trade on it to the downside. So that's pretty much it for the cryptos. Let's go back to the currencies and then look at dollar index. Dollar index is nicely moving. It's gone through the level that we were expecting. That's nice to see. Now that will leave a nice, we have about 37 minutes to go. That will leave a nice imbalance right here. And I think we might continue going down if we trade through this and we break that. If we close aggressively as it is through that, then that would be a nice sign that price will want to go lower, probably to even go and attack this Monday's low, because this might be, this looks like it's going to be the high of the week, and our euro trade will reach for the target over there. So if you took it, make sure that once price reaches this level, close most of it, put your stop loss to break even, and then let price do what it wants to do. The pound, we'll catch up later. Euro pound is screaming higher, that's why I think over here price might pause, because on the daily we have a change in the state of delivery, so price might not go up in here. If we trade through that down candle, then something else is happening, but until then I think we'll be coming for this low, this candle's low. So it's either they will reject today, this afternoon, and come back down, or it will stay like this, and then tomorrow they'll open, take out the high, and then go down. All right, so watch out for, or maybe during this New York session, right? That's when they will reject and come back down. So let's wait and see. And I think pretty much that's all for now. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully this is nice, short and sweet. No more, because I've talked a lot about price, so you don't need much from me going forward. Just turn up and then show you what price wants to do, and then we just move on. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you all same time tomorrow.